Zane Clodfelter with OttersTV here with Otters reliever Samson Abernathy. It's great to have you here on OttersTV, and you've been here since the beginning of the season, and first time we're chatting, so our apologies there, but how do you think you've progressed as the season has gone on here?
I've definitely learned a lot, just from other players in the bullpen. Our kind of veteran Logan and stuff has taught me a lot. We kind of have the same background of health, exercise science and stuff like that, biomechanics, and just working on not walking as many guys. Went through a streak where I was kind of walking a good amount of guys, and my last few outings, 7 or 8.
We have an outtakes reel.
Nice. That'd be solid.
Yeah, no.
Just keep it rolling.
You were saying?
No, so it's gone well. Every season is different, every team is different, and you always learn a little bit more about yourself as a player and as a person through every baseball season, and kind of rediscovering, just maturing a little bit. Turning 25 this year has kind of opened my eyes to some new opportunities in the off season and stuff like that. So just trying to hone those in and then take them to the field, kind of things I'm learning through readings and stuff like that. But just trying to hone in, throwing more strikes, trusting my stuff, and kind of letting my stuff work.
Prior to your arrival in Evansville, had you heard of it before? Did you know where Evansville was on the map?
No clue. No clue.
So when you actually then finally Googled it, what did you think?
I was like, well, I've never been to this part of the country, so it's always somewhere to go, Yeah.
So how did you like the humidity then? That's the first thing I got to ask.
It's different. So I was in Florida humidity, which is brutal, but you almost start sweating immediately in Florida, so it doesn't affect you. Here is that dry, kind of more hot humidity that kind of gets to you. But you adjust through the season. It's nice at the end of the season, it's kind of backed off a little bit, so I've been thankful for that.
Ryan, that's a byproduct of the Frontier League schedule starting a couple of weeks later, and then not having an all-star break this year. So 2020 was interesting for a lot of guys. I know you were in the Pirates organization in 2019, and then 2020 hits. So how did you stay in baseball shape that way? When baseball did finally come back in 21, you were ready.
Yeah, I had a facility that I had access to, the NorCal Mavericks, and they actually put in a weight room, and they had a full turf area and stuff to be able to throw. A lot of days was just thrown into a net, thrown into a cage, and then I was able to lift, thankfully, throughout COVID and stuff, and it kept me in shape. And I had one of my buddies was a high school draft pick for the Astros, and he was a left-handed hitter, outfielder, so he would stand in on my bullpens, kind of give me an idea of what my stuff was looking like, and then an older college player who also came in and worked with me as well.
Yeah, so still active, just then you had to kind of, I guess, be proactive and not reactive in that type of situation.
Exactly.
Yeah, and then in terms of the Frontier League, a lot of the pitchers' mounds, it's artificial turf. Bossy Field is still, it's 106 years old. I think it'll have grass, but the day it's either demolished or taken out by a fire.
Right.
So as a pitcher, do you prefer the natural surface compared to the artificial?
100%. It was an adjustment at first, especially wearing molded cleats. I haven't worn molded cleats since I was maybe 12, 13 years old. So that was a little bit of adjustment. My first series here was against Florence, and I threw twice that time. So I was like, well, you adjust quick, but just being able to have your cleats kind of cemented in the ground and that kind of thing, the natural surface is so much better for that.
And actually, and Max Peterson has been, the pitching coach for the Evansville Otters for such a long time, and so many guys have gotten the opportunity after, learning from him here to get back to affiliated baseball. What have you learned from Max and the rest of the coaching staff, manager Andy McCauley too, that has helped you grow as a player?
Just basically trusting my stuff, knowing that it's, kind of good enough, whether velo's up or down that day. The stuff plays at a high level, and not trying to be too fine, and just kind of letting my pitches work, mostly throwing most of my stuff down the middle. I'm a sinker slider guy, so kind of just throwing the stuff down the middle and letting it run its way, and kind of trusting it at the bottom of the zone. But just being confident, really being just confident.
Well, he's Samson Abernathy, reliever for the Evansville Otters. I'm Zane Clodfelter. This has been OttersTV.